welcome to Sideline Thoughts. This is episode number 50. Episode number 50, guys. In this episode, we're going to talk about what the madness that's going on in college sports, March Madness, baseball. Oh my God, basketball. Oh my God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just excited right now. But first of all, let's say hi, Gio. Hi, John. How are you guys doing?
Doing
Good.
pretty good. Doing pretty good, David.
Sorry about messing up the intro, but I'm excited. It's been a while. We took a little break, um, and March Madness is back. Every college fan's favorite time of the year.
Well,
Multiple
it's not
college
just
teams.
college fans; it's just any people. They
Yeah.
like the thrill of upsets. They like the ability to sports bet, and you never know if you hit a crazy upset. A lot of times, it's the one in this. Not even a lot of times. Sorry. At times, it's the one in the 16, the two in the 15. But very commonly, for some reason, it's the 11 upsetting the 6 seed or the 9 seed upsetting the 8 seed. But you don't have to be a college fan to enjoy March Madness. You could just enjoy basketball. You could just enjoy seeing upsets or even betting on it.
Yeah.
Well, we can't bet here in California, so we just have to watch and enjoy. Uh, unless you're Otani, but oh, sorry, I'll say that for another day. Uh,
Gio,
but
did you
anyways,
have did you have any upsets yesterday for your bracket?
Like I said, some. Uh,
Yeah. Like any
all right. Well,
particular upsets?
before we get into that, David, you were going to say something.
no, go back. No. I wasn't saying anything. I'm good. Never mind.
Yeah. So I had quite a few upsets on my bracket. So if you don't mind, I share my screen. I set the show the official brackets that going on. So you're looking at the screen right now. We have Florida Atlantic University playing Northwestern in the East round, but yesterday, the start of March Madness, the official start of first round, the CUSNE versus Illinois is going to the second round. The CUSNE beats BYU, a game that I thought BYU was going to win. In my bracket, I put BYU. I put Illinois to beat Morehead State. Some people had that one as an upset. I didn't. I didn't think Morehead State was one that was even good enough to even give a challenge to Illinois. And Illinois is very strong. Washington State, I put them in my official bracket. Drake, another school that again I didn't think was good enough to give Washington State even some competition. And the same with South Dakota State. South Dakota State in their level of college football, they dominate all the time. But when it comes to college basketball, not really. And Iowa State has been good enough at least to get to the second round, in which we're seeing them play. North Carolina, I did have North Carolina being Wagner. This was not one of the 16 being the one seeds. I don't know about you, John and David. That wasn't it for me. But one that was not an upset that did become an upset. I did have Mississippi State only because not because I thought Mississippi State was better, but I thought Michigan State wasn't actually as good as they showed themselves to be in the resume throughout the season. Although they beat some teams, it was very close and they didn't look dominant. So I thought Mississippi State might have won that. I did, John. This is my first upset for yesterday, and both of these I had upsets for yesterday. I had Nevada being Dayton, in which Nevada was up by almost 20. And of course, a typical Steve Alford fashion. As a UCLA fan, I'm used to seeing Steve Alford just bring our team to almost victory and then choking it at the end because that's the type of coach he is. He let Nevada down and allowed Dayton to come back up and win the game to pass to the next round. Some sports media saying it was an upset. I don't know how you. I mean, I guess yeah, because a lot of people had Nevada going up, but by numbers, wasn't an upset. I had Nevada going through. The other one, I had Long Beach State going through Arizona. Now, a lot of people have Arizona either winning it or going to the final, to the championship game. Me, I thought not because Long Beach State was better than Arizona. Long Beach State was just making it to the Big West Championship games. Even though they won, it's like they were just making it and all this stuff. Arizona, I don't think they're as good as people as I think they're frauds. I really do. I don't think they're actually as good they couldn't make it to the championship game of the Pac-12 They made it to the semis, loses it. I think Arizona is frauds. That's why I thought there was a chance that Long Beach State beats Arizona in it. Didn't happen. All right. I mean, just didn't happen. I thought that was one of the upsets, Sean. Looking
Yeah.
on the other side, a lot of people had St. Petersburg. I actually, no, I'll take that back. Not a lot of people, but quite a few people had St. Petersburg beating Tennessee. I didn't. I had Tennessee winning that one. Some people had Colorado State beating Texas. As much as Colorado State looked good, at least in the first four against Virginia, but then again, Virginia always ends up losing their first game, whether they're first, second seed, whatever it is. I thought Texas was still just the overall better team than picking the underdog in Colorado State. Right above, we have Creighton, Akron. I had Creighton. I don't know, John, David, who you guys think is gonna end up winning it, but I have Creighton winning it all.
Really?
Because of the because of the
Hell no.
bracket and how I think their bracket's slightly the easier side. I have Creighton winning it all. I have them playing Auburn in the final to win it all. So Creighton being Akron. Akron did give Creighton some competition in the beginning. It was a very close game. Akron's always a team that just they're always on the neck of their opponents until the last moments is where they lose. They kind of just lose that the energy, the ability. I guess they get too tired at the end. Oregon, South Carolina, John. This is an upset, and like I said, 11 seed beating a 60. Quite a few people were on South Carolina. Others, pretty solid amount were on Oregon. It's one of those where people think that the tournament committee got it wrong in placing these rankings. I went Oregon. Oregon won. They just looked like the much more dominant team at the end. But South Carolina was very tough, especially in that first half. They were sticking on them. The defense was playing really good. So I already thought South Carolina was going to show that why they should have deserved to be the 6th seed. I don't think I'm not sure if anyone was going for Sanford. I put Kansas. Kansas passed. Another upset only because I put McNeese over Gonzaga, not because I thought McNeese was good. I just thought this could be one of the possible upsets. There was nothing to it on this pick. I knew Gonzaga was the overall better team. I just thought it's March Madness. Anything can happen. What's to say McNeese couldn't just have a ball out game and beat Gonzaga? But it didn't happen, obviously, a 21-point win. So that one I did get wrong. And then,
What are your expectations for Oakland since they're the only, I guess,
oh,
yeah,
dude,
I think they're the
that
only California team left.
uh, David, just to let you know right now, that Oakland team is not from Oakland,
Yeah.
California. They're not from Oakland, California.
They're from Oakland. Wow.
Yeah, you look it up. They're from Michigan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
minute.
they're from the state of Michigan. Yep. Everything says California. Oakland Golden Bears sounds just like from here, California, but nope. They're from Michigan. Yeah, on that one, I had Kentucky winning it. I had Kentucky. So the thing about Kentucky in the last 4 years, they've either lost the first game or they made it to the second round, which they lost the game. That's what I had. I had Kentucky winning this first game, going to the second round, and losing to Texas Tech. That was my thing. I had Texas Tech beating North Carolina State. That's another upset I didn't get. I got that one wrong. North Carolina State. That one's a
Wow.
big tough one. But Oakland, John, I don't know you want to cut into this one, but watching that game, Goki,
The
crazy
beast.
shooter. This man just does not care. All his 99% of his shots were threes. He only had one layup at the end, but 99% of his shots, he went 10 for 20 in the threes. So he took 23. That's crazy. And I found out that throughout the entire season this year, he's only taken 8 2-pointers. Whether they're layups or mid ranges, he's only taken 8 of them, and all his other shots have been threes.
And
That
they
was
were all
crazy.
contested too. Like a lot of them were contested that he was shooting. So like they
There
weren't
was
just
quite a
wide
few open. I
open.
think there was like 2 open,
Yeah, but
two or
most
three
of them were
open.
contested or like awkwardly he banked them in, and I'm like, dang, this dude really knows how to make threes. Like Oakland's pretty much if he doesn't make it, they're dead. Like that's how like they were playing. Like I
Um,
don't think Oakland's gonna make it far in the turn. I think they're gonna lose next game. To be honest, they I think they might be overmatched just because like a Golki guy could get double teamed and it may not just work out for them. I just think that was a fluke. They won that. I mean, they're better at night against Kentucky because Kentucky like didn't make enough plays to win, obviously. So
Well, it was a very close game. They kept it really close. Oakland had a solid lead above. Like they were having a lead, and then Kentucky will come back and tie it up. It was just the very end where Kentucky couldn't hit the shots.
that's what I'm saying.
Um, they were forcing too many threes. But also, aside from Goakley just shooting those threes, Townsend was keeping them up. He was going to the post. He was posting them up. They literally, to the point Kentucky had to double team him. Then when that double team happened, then he'll kick it out to Goakley or I forgot the point guard's name. Kick it out to them and then reset. But when they send it out to Townsend, he was either going to the line or he was posting up the centers. And it was like, what else can you do? He's putting them in the post. He's either getting fouls or he's double teaming, kicking it out. So Oakland was able to figure out that Kentucky defense, figure out how to expose those open moments. And then Kentucky, they decided just to switch and make sure Goki doesn't get the ball at all. So that's what allowed Townsend to be getting the ball a lot more. And they covered Goki, so allowed the other players to be open and either get their layups, mid ranges, threes, whatever they needed at the time. I think Oakland does lose to North Carolina State. That like Oakland, either the Q or Oakland are the Cinderella stories, but I think both of them they're the ones that should be the Cinderella stories, but I think they're losing the second round.
Who do you have in your final four, Gio? Overall, like just quick look. Like who do you got?
My final four overall is we're looking at the. I have it right here on my phone pulled up. So the East, I have Auburn coming out of the East. I have North Carolina coming out of the West. I have Marquette coming out of the South, and I have Creighton coming out of the Midwest. And like I said, the final is going to be Auburn Creighton, to which Creighton wins it.
All right, so I got for my final four, I got Kentucky, who was supposed to come out of the South for me. Got that wrong. I got Oregon coming out of the Midwest. I got Arizona coming out of the West, and I got UConn coming out of the East. That's my final four. And I have for a championship, it was UConn and Kentucky, but Kentucky didn't make it. UConn was going to win it all anyways for me.
Well, I'm very
But yeah.
disappointed. There's no I'm very disappointed. There's no more California teams left. Remember last year was Santa Barbara, right? They made it.
You're wrong, David. San Diego State's still in it.
No, they were out.
Nope.
They
San
haven't
Diego
played
State
yet.
plays today. They haven't played yet.
Yeah.
Oh
Long
my
Beach
God.
stays out.
Long Beach, yeah.
Yeah, Long Beach lost, obviously, but like San Diego State's the only hope for Cali.
Last year with San Diego State, they went to the final.
Yeah, I have them in the Sweet 16, losing to UConn. They're not going to beat UConn. That's where I have them making it too.
I have them losing to Auburn
in Elite Eight or
in the second round.
Well, we have Auburn losing to Yale. Remember that. That's who I have.
I don't know who we is. You guys are sleeping on Auburn. They won the SEC. They're actually better than what a lot of people thinking because they're not paying attention to Auburn. I have Auburn going to the final. That's just me. Again, they could have bad games, sure, but Auburn's the way they ended the regular season and going into the SEC tournament, they went in really strong. While you could argue other teams weren't going in strong, whatever you want to argue, but I think they went in with really strong. And the way it's looking, I think UConn and Auburn game is going to be the closest of the hardest fought battle we're going to see in this tournament. I think Auburn comes out on top.
You don't think San Diego State Auburn's going to be a good game if they end up beating Yale?
I think San Diego State Auburn's going to be a good game. I think Auburn this year is just. I think they're going to be too much for San Diego State to handle. I think San Diego State might just try to play in the post or around inside the arc a lot. I think Auburn's going to open up a lot and taking more shots, and they're going to be able to hit more, and then they're going to spread out San Diego out, and it's going to allow into the paint a bit more. That's how I'm saying it.
Where do you have Washington State making it to like Sweet 16? or
Yeah,
losing to Iowa State?
Illinois.
Oh, Illinois. I had
Yeah.
Illinois losing to what's it called? Originally to BYU, but obviously BYU didn't make it. That's one I messed
BYU
up
didn't
on.
make. Yeah, no. I have Washington State beating Iowa State in the second round, and then they're playing Illinois, to which Illinois beats Washington State and faces Auburn in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, I had UConn and Washington State making it to Elite Eight, and UConn obviously beating
A
them.
lot of people have UConn winning it, and I get it. Defending champions gonna go back to back. I get that. I just think the last time, like when was the last time we had back to back champions? Right,
Was it
off
probably
the top of
Duke?
my head,
Right?
huh?
Wasn't it probably Duke?
The one off the top of my head is Florida. But that
Oh
was
yeah,
a
in
while ago.
07.
I would have to see right now. I mean, I
It
could
was like
look it up the last
06.
time.
It was
Yeah.
2006. It was one of them, and then I think it was like 07 was the next year they won it. They had Corey Brewer, Joakim Noah. They had a bunch of dudes. Al Horford. That's when that team was just a beast. And then UCLA had Russell Westbrook. They would always face each other in the Final Four or championship game, and it was like Kevin Love was on the team, and then yeah, so it was
The
like
last one was Florida, 2006, 2007. That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah. So to see to possibly seeing UConn go back, they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good. But I think teams got so much better this year. I think I I just think Auburn's the stronger team in that bracket.
I think Houston's gonna be the first one seed to go down in the second round. I think they're going bye
Well,
bye. They're gonna be bye bye. A&M's gonna beat them. That's my guess. If A&M gets
Wait,
past their first game,
I have
so you're
Houston
saying
lose.
Houston's gonna lose to Longwood?
hell
No,
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 no, second
Mm,
round. They're gonna
second
get
round, all
past
right.
Longwood. So like round of 32, they're gonna lose.
Okay.
I have Houston going to the round of 16 and losing to Wisconsin.
They won't make it. A&M's pretty good.
AM is
I
good,
think
but for some
A&M
reason,
will
I
knock
have
them out.
Nebraska being AM. That
Huh?
one, I have Nebraska being AM, but I wasn't 100% confident on it. I wasn't. That
I
one, I
get
was
it.
just like, you know what? I might go. I have Purdue losing in the second round to TCU. I
That's
think TCU is a
doable,
much
but I
better
don't
team
think
than
it's gonna
Purdue.
happen.
Purdue can't play in those big lights. We saw it happen last year. They can't play. They don't know what it's like to be in there. There's
Well,
always been given them.
they have more experience now. They've went through it, so maybe they can work off it.
Yeah, no. I don't believe in Purdue. I really don't at all.
What about Duke?
Either they didn't have a great season this year.
So
Anyone who's high on Duke did not watch Duke basketball this year.
do you agree with me? They're going to lose in the first round of Vermont because that's what I picked. I picked Vermont to beat Duke in the first round.
No. Vermont isn't all that great either. I have Duke losing in the second round to Wisconsin.
I have James Madison beating Wisconsin. I have James
A
Madison
lot of
playing
people have James
Vermont.
Madison beat Wisconsin. A lot of people have that. I'm not. I'm not putting too much on that James Madison. I'm not. I think if James Madison was to play Duke, then you know what? Maybe I would put James Madison over Duke. I really do. I think the committee messed up playing Duke at 4. They have not been a number 4 team in this country.
I think Duke should have been the 5 and Wisconsin should have been the 4.
That's what I'm saying. Doesn't say. I think they should have switched those two.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a lot of upsets I picked.
Don't worry.
pretty
Don't worry.
much
You have
had
more
some-
coming.
Oh, I know. I picked Grand Canyon to beat St. Mary's today. That's
me too.
Yeah,
Me
I
too.
picked that.
I think a lot of people do it. Well, okay. So for today's games, we'll start since you guys still see the March Madness brackets, right?
Yeah.
In today's games, we have for today, we have right now we have Colgate playing Baylor, right? I don't know who's here.
It's on the other side of the bracket.
Yeah.
I just want to say, on the bracket I was watching, SD State versus I think it was Auburn. I thought SD State was San Diego, but no, it's South Dakota, so that's where I got confused.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
yeah.
where I got
No.
confused. Yeah,
Oh, gotcha,
no, it's
gotcha.
South Dakota State plays Iowa State. Yeah.
yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
But
So
on the
right
different
now,
bracket I saw, it said SD State. That's where I got confused. But anyways,
No, you're good.
South. Right now we got Baylor playing Colgate. We have Northwestern playing FAU. I have Northwestern winning that one, and I have Baylor winning their game down here. Other games we have going on today. We have UConn playing the first game versus Stetson. We have Grambling playing Purdue
Yeah.
right here. Right here. I think I put Grambling to win that one, but that was one of those like just whatever upsets. No, I said I put I Purdue winning that one. Sorry, I don't know what I was saying about Grambling. I Purdue winning that one. The other one we have the other first and 16th seed. We have Houston playing Longwood. We have Western Kentucky versus Marquette, which I think Marquette's going to win that one. We have Yale versus Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
Vermont versus Duke.
Upset.
No, I think that one's Duke. I have Auburn beating Yale, like I said. I have Marquette beating
Upset.
Western Kentucky. Grand Canyon versus St. Mary's. I have Grand Canyon. We have which one's down? The
What were you saying? Grand Canyon? Yeah, Grand Canyon's beaten.
SMU. Then we have Charleston versus Alabama. Alabama's winning that one.
Yeah, I
We
got
have
that too.
JMU versus Wisconsin. I have Wisconsin.
Nope.
TCU versus Utah State. A lot of people are saying Utah State are better than what giving them props for. I think TCU is just a much stronger team. Personally, I think if TCU was in a different bracket from Creighton, I would have had TCU in another bracket. I would have had them going further.
Yeah.
It just that's would have had them going even further. We got University of Alabama versus San Diego State. San Diego State's winning that one. And that's it. That's the last game of the day.
Yeah, man. I
how
mean,
far do you guys? How far do you think San Diego will make it?
Sweet 16.
16? Not the Final Four like last year again, or
No,
final?
no, not
No.
even.
No.
They got UConn
Why?
in their bracket.
No. I
What if they
have
What if they pull the upset?
That's huge.
Upset,
I
John.
mean,
it
I
is
hope they
crazy,
do.
but
Hmm.
nah, I don't think they're beating Auburn.
I mean, I'd
I
like
don't
to
think
see
so.
Auburn lose to Yale, so that way they have a chance.
There's no chance.
Shit, there is. 'Cause
Yale is not there. I don't know what you're saying, but Yale's not that. Yale's not that team.
You don't know that until you see the game. We say that every year, but the games
Nah.
change.
Well, that's the brackets for today and yesterday. That's
So
the March Madness.
it's the March Madness brackets. Gio and John are experts in NCAA basketball.
Whoa.
Toledo Blade?
Don't
Is that what you
call us
said?
experts. Don't
Huh?
call us experts. Trust. I have not hit crazy. Like don't don't be
Yeah, I
doing
don't
that.
get every pick right. I get like maybe 5 out of 10 right.
David, doing these brackets, you like anyone who calls himself an expert and does intensive research, this and that, they get more. They most likely will get more wrong than someone who's just picking them because either they like the name of the school, they like the logo, or whatever BS reason they have. They have somehow they tend to get more right, and they've
It's
never seen a college basketball game in their life.
Yeah, it's more of a gut feeling. It's like,
That's
oh,
the
I feel like
best
it's
thing
this team.
about March Madness. That's the best thing about this. You don't like, yeah, obviously, we have we have the people saying all their experts and this and that, whether you're on TikTok, whether you're on the actual sports shows, whatever you this and that. Of course, we have to have it. But that's the fun part, that some random person on the street, some 40-year-old mom, you could just go up to and be like, all right, which one do you pick? And they have a chance of hitting more than someone who's supposed to be extra because they've watched more basketball, they've seen more, and they're supposed to be better than this team. And look what happened. Q's beating BYU, Oakland beating Kentucky. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't think it's gonna happen. But Longwood beating Houston. Like, someone could just say, huh, Longwood, that's a funny name. I'm gonna pick them. Gets it ready. Like, that's just the beauty of March Madness. You get basketball, you get crazy brackets, you get upsets, and you get betting depending where you at. I don't. That's It's just crazy. It's fun. It's fun to watch, and
Oh, it's
like
in
you
the
get schools.
it's in the name. March Madness. I mean, makes
Yeah,
sense.
it's literally
Um,
the name. You get schools like San Diego State making it to the championship game. How the hell were you gonna think San Diego State was gonna make it all the way?
They won't. Not this year. It's
No,
just
but last
not
year. I'm
enough.
talking about last year. To last year, no one thought San Diego State was good last year. Not to the championship final
They
good,
just got
and
hot,
they
bro.
made
That's
it.
all it was. You get
Sometimes you
hot
just
at the
getting
right
hot at the
moment.
right time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all that matters. But yeah, do you guys have any more thoughts on March Madness before we move on?
That's
yeah,
kind of it for me right now.
you guys covered all the everything that's going on. It's your next episode. We'll update it and see what else upsets happen in your brackets. Um, well, this is episode 50, March Madness, part one. We'll see you guys next episode, part two.